Welcome back to Film Snob HQ. The road to Avengers Doomsday continues, and now we're up to the first ever MCU special presentation. This is something they debuted in 2022 with the introduction of Disney Plus. Obviously, they were looking to fill it with content. Plenty of movies still going out theatrically, lots of TV shows, but they also wanted to find a way to showcase smaller, lesser known characters in a cinematic way that wasn't high risk. Obviously, with lesser known characters, it's a big risk to throw them into the cinema. Even though they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, I think post-COVID, Disney and Marvel were just a little bit hesitant. And also, they weren't necessarily wanting to provide an entire TV show for these characters, whether it's a lack of story material they had, or they didn't really have much direction at this point. They just want to start putting them out there. Because obviously Moon Knight is a lesser known character, but got a whole TV show. But I think there are some characters they just wanted to do like an hour special just to see how it goes. The first one we get is a Halloween special directed by Michael Giacchino, who's known for his scoring, usually his musical scoring. And this is Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night follows Jack Russell. It's all in the name. He's a werewolf. As he attends the wake of a famed monster hunter. I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Bloodstone. And he comes from a family of monster hunters. And at this wake, the best international monster hunters from all around the world are in attendance, A, to pay their respects, but B, to compete for his prized family heirloom, the Bloodstone, which monster hunters can use to track down monsters. The idea is it's a competition. There's a monster unleashed within the grounds, and they are to fight each other to get to that monster, slay it, and then claim the Bloodstone for themselves. Before the competition can begin, the wake is interrupted by the return of the estranged daughter, Elsa Bloodstone, who wants to claim her birthright. It's no longer her birthright because she was estranged, but she wants to claim it anyway, and thus the games begin. It's shot entirely in black and white. There is a color version, which I haven't watched because it was always intended to be in black and white. It was meant to be an homage to the Universal monster films of the 30s. And they're off to the races. The monster in question that they're hunting down is none other than Man-Thing. If you don't know Man-Thing, Google it. Put your safe search filters on, just in case. And Man-Thing is kind of like Marvel's Swamp Thing. He's a plant-based organism, giant hulking creature. I'm not entirely sure of what his power sets are. I haven't read any Man-Thing comics, but I've read plenty of Swamp Thing, and if they are similar, then there'll be a lot of plant-based powers. But hopefully, we'll see Man-Thing return and get to see those powers. It's a pretty bloody affair. So there is some color in the black and white. The Bloodstone shines red. And if I remember correctly, some of the blood is red as well. And these monster hunters, trying to kill each other and get to the Man-Thing as well. Ultimately, Elsa Bloodstone and Jack Russell find themselves locked in a tomb together, betrayed by the other monster hunters, left to die in an inescapable tomb. They manage to find their way out and come to an agreement that if Elsa will help Jack Russell free the Man-Thing, who is his friend, then Jack Russell will let her claim the Bloodstone for herself. So the two work together, take out a bunch of the other monster hunters, and manage to liberate the Man-Thing and save him. It's a wonderfully fun short. I would like to have seen it in theatrical setting. I do think there's enough there to do more with it. I think, this is quite a closed story. It's very much one location, one goal. I think they could do more with this, and I do think if they do get to the Midnight Suns and explore the monster side of the MCU more, we can see these characters come back. Now, in terms of Doomsday and Secret Wars, I don't know if there's room for these guys. I don't know. It's very sectioned off. The way She-Hulk is very sectioned off. The way Moon Knight has been very sectioned off. It doesn't have a lot of connectivity to the greater Marvel universe. I can't see how they would come into play. I would like to see them. I want a Man-Thing. I want werewolf, a werewolf in there. I'd like Elsa Bloodstone, the monster hunter, to show up there. Especially if we go into the magic side of things with Doctor Doom, there could be some monsters in there. I just don't know whether they're going to have their place. I would say their probability of coming into the two Avengers films is pretty low, but I would like to see them. Next up is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.